Welcome everyone to our Golden Week call. We are having our celebration of our 15th year for this call. And some of you have been on 13, 14, all 15 years, because some of you I have known for a long, long time. And I want you to know how grateful I am to you for taking, just about an hour of your life to join me today. It is so much fun to gather on this call the day after Christmas. And for those of you who are calling in from Canada, happy Boxing Day to you. I hope that it will be a wonderful way for you to celebrate this day after Christmas because you're not out shopping. You're here with me right now. Okay, so let me show you a few things that we're going to be talking about today. First of all, my website, afreshperspective.com. I point that out to everybody on this call because I have so many free tools on there that I want you to be able to take advantage of. So when you go to my website after the call, don't go there right now, you are going to be able to see and learn a lot of stuff that's just free because I am so committed to your success. And this is our Golden Week call. And I want to express to you an attitude of genuine gratitude for what this profession has done for me, what having you in my life means to me, and for what this profession that I've been part of for 44 years now can do for others. It's an amazing opportunity for us to share gifts with each other that don't cost us anything to give. And I applaud your decision to be an entrepreneur, to choose your life and your lifestyle, to choose your income level, to choose your time commitment, to be able to decide for yourself exactly what you want from your business. And also your choice to be a blessing in the lives of others. It's not often that you can choose a career path for yourself or a part-time gig for yourself where you can offer others exactly the same chance and allow them to rise to whatever level they want without having to wait for a promotion. So I applaud your decision and I thank you for being a part of this amazing industry. Now, I do want you to know this is not a company-specific call. As you were coming aboard, I counted at least 8 different companies that are represented here on our call today. There may be more. For some of you, if I don't know your company name, there could be others, but at least 8 that I counted. All of you have chosen to schedule your time and your income on your own terms. And I want you to know the direct sales profession is booming. Now, these statistics are from the DSA website, and they are only up to date through 2018 because, of course, we're only ending 2019 right now. But in 2018, direct sales, the sales from direct sales companies was up to $35.4 billion in the US alone. That's up 1.3% from the year before. And again, in the US, those are the only statistics I have. In the US, there are 6.2 million direct sellers. And 1 million of them are full-time. They declare themselves as full-time, meaning they spend 30 hours or more a week. And 5.2 million are part-time, meaning less than 30 hours a week, with a lot of them being people who are very casual, meaning 5 or so hours a week on their own time. So anything from just a couple of hours a week up through full-time businesses are welcome. And the great news is you can change at any time you want. You can go from a very casual business to a part-time, and I always think of part-time as somewhere between like 10, 15 hours a week are serious part-time people, up to full-time if you want to replace another income. And in another survey, a consumer survey that DSA did, 81% of consumers were favorable toward direct sellers. I think that's a really big deal, because knowing that you are reaching out to people who approve of, think well of what you're doing should be a comfort to you. I know it certainly is to me. Now, I'd like you to take a minute, take a nice big Post-it note, and think about what is your vision for your business in 2020. How fun that it's going to be the year 2020, the year of perfect vision, and we all get to decide for ourselves, what's our why to build our business right now? What's my why for continuing to be here with you from a fresh perspective? What's your vision for what you want to achieve? How much money you want to earn? What you want from your business? I want you to think about that and write it down before the end of our call, because I want to share a little secret with you. I want to talk to you about a secret that I learned. It's 40 years ago now, a long time ago. And it was the day after Christmas, exactly like today. And at the time, I had little kids. My daughter was 4 and our son was 7. And it was really fun to be able to have a few quiet moments. But you know the full court press. Those of you who have little kids, or now in my life, grandkids, the full court press getting ready for the holiday. All of the shopping and wrapping and hiding and all of the things that you have to do to get ready for a few hours of time. And that's not even counting what I do so much of now, which is the meal prep and the cooking and the serving and all of that wonderful stuff. It's energy you want to spend. It's excited energy, but it's exhausted. I bet a lot of you woke up tired this morning. That's the usual state of affairs on your wake up on the morning of the 26th. And that was true for me when I woke up 40 years ago, wrapping paper all over. My husband and I were gathering up and putting away the toys and getting things organized to re-enter slowly, but re-enter real life. And I was feeling pretty depressed, pretty down in the dumps. And the adrenaline had all drained out. So when I got the kids down for a nap, I decided I would go down to my desk. And when I say down, I meant down. Now, all these years later, I have a beautiful office looking out at Narragansett Bay. But all the way back then, my office was a card table next to the furnace in our basement. And our house had been built in 1907. So I think you can visualize what our basement looked like. It wasn't a pretty sight. And so I sat down at my card table and I thought to myself, what do I want to do with this couple of hours where the kids are napping? And the company had issued a major goal for us. They offered us an incentive trip. And I was still 3 recruits short. I needed to have 3 more recruits by midnight on the 31st. So just a few days from right now. And I'm not a quitter. I had it all mapped out, but some people that I had counted on to come through and join me in the business, they hadn't decided to join. And so I thought, all right, am I just going to give up here? or am I going to reach out? And so I said to myself, I'm just going to make some phone calls and see what happens. And it was really interesting what I discovered. I discovered, first of all, that people were home. So many people, full-time workers, take a little bit of time because the way it lays out this year, you can have 2 full weeks off of your full-time job by just taking 5 or 6 days of vacation. And so there were a lot of people who were home and answered my call. And I discovered they were excited to hear my voice. They were excited to hear me touching base with them and saying hello. And they were receptive to having a little conversation. And a lot of other people besides me were also looking inward. They were thinking about next in their life. And a lot of people, I discovered, were making New Year's resolutions, deciding that the next year was going to be better than the one that had just ended. And right now, the very same thing is happening for people out there, people on your contact base. They are thinking to themselves, maybe I wasn't all that happy with my results from 2019, but I'm going to make 2020 a better year. And what I discovered was that when I reached out to them just to say hello, just to let them know I was thinking about them, that for many of them, they were in a position to say, yeah, I'd like more in my life in 2020. Although we're talking a long time ago, in the year ahead, I would like more in my life. So I'm wondering for you, what are some of your resolutions? What are some of the things that you're thinking you would like more of in your life? Are you resolving that you would like to provide exceptional customer service in the new year? Are you resolving that you want to work consistently rather than sporadically? That you would like to have a consistent income that you can count on? Are you resolving that you're going to be braver in the new year? That you're going to approach people that are on your chicken list, the people that you love to talk to about your business, but you prejudge that they wouldn't be interested? Are you resolving that you're going to be there for people when they need you? Not just when you have the time to reach out, but when they are ready for something more in their life, be it business opportunity or your product or just a friendly conversation. Are you resolving that you're going to be there for them? And are you resolving, very importantly, to stay visible? This is huge. I'm sure that whatever your company is, there are other people that are a part of your company in your area. I'd love to know from you, are you resolving that you're going to be the person that is there and ready when they need something? If you are, this call is for you because it's all about how to stay visible, how to reach out at this important time of year when people are making decisions about what they want next in their life. So if you want to stay visible, get out that contact list. Revamp it. For those of you who have a robust website, and I know many of you do, go into your customer orders on your website and scroll through. Think about the people with whom you've already done business. Who hasn't heard from you in a while? Who would like to hear your voice? You're going to hear me say voice a lot on this call because I am talking about voice, not just typing a message. Although there's a place for that, and I will mention it, this is really about allowing them to hear your energy, your excitement, exactly like you're hearing my energy, my voice, my excitement. So I want you to think to yourself, who of your customers needs to hear from you? Which of your past hosts need to hear something from you? And Jacqueline is saying she loves the idea of voice. Absolutely. Each of our voices is unique, and we need to be able to let people reconnect to us voice to voice. So I also want you to think about who is out there that could have said to you, oh, no, not now. That you said, oh, okay, I'll connect later. And my gosh, days, weeks, maybe months have gone by. Who's out there that needs to hear from you? This is the perfect week to make sure that they hear from you, that you are visible to them, that they know, oh yeah, Shuzi, yeah, she's my girl. Yes, she's wearing her Santa hat and she's nodding and smiling at me. I love it, Shuzi, thank you. I want them to think of you when they think of your company, because if they think of you and they think of you warmly, and you drop back in their life, like as not, you may well be able to find somebody who wants any of your services. And I'm not prejudging which of the services it will be, just something. Now, what is the reason for your call? Is the reason to get sales? Is it to get bookings? Is it to find team members? That was my reason all those years ago, 40 years ago, when I started making these calls. But I didn't lead with any of those things. I led with a thank you, with gratitude that this person was in my life and that they had allowed me to do business with them. That was my lead. It was to say thank you and to tell them that I had made a resolution to offer excellent customer service in the year ahead. That's what I led with. Did sales come out of it? Yes. Did bookings come out of it? Yes. Did I get the 3 recruits? Yes. Did I earn that incentive trip? Yes. But that wasn't my lead on any of it. The lead was to let them know that I was grateful for them and having them in my life. So, excellent customer service. What does it mean? What is it that you want to do in order to not only be visible, but also to be approachable and to be immune to the people who don't want to talk to you right now? Well, let me share a couple of ideas. Yes, Laura, thank you. Gratitude for everything because of the blessings we have in our life. So here's what I want to say to you. You have to get yourself ready to make these calls. I mentioned getting out your contact list. If you sit down for the couple of minutes I want you to commit today, and you have to go looking for the names during the minutes you've committed, it's going to take you all the time to just find the names. So get your contact list right in front of you so you know who you're calling. And then carve out the time. I'm going to say a couple of words about time here in just a minute. And write out a few thought starters. I'm giving you some here today. This is a gratitude call. It's a service call. It is a call to let them know that you are thankful that they are part of your life. Just exactly the reason that I do this call with you here today, because I'm so grateful that you are part of my life and that you're part of my A Fresh Perspective business. And then go to my website, to the free stuff tab, and print off the No is No Problem sheet. It's right there for you, because you are going to hear people who say no thank you to whatever they're offering you. But trust me, they will not say no to your outreach of gratitude that you know them. They will be complimented by that. They will say thank you in return for you being part of their life. Now, I said it's going to take a little time. How much time? Well, here's what I want you to do for the week between now and New Year's Day 2020. I want you to commit 26 minutes today on the 26th. 26 minutes. This time you spend on the phone with me on this Zoom does not count. 26 minutes of outreach time. 27 minutes tomorrow on the 27th. 28 minutes on the 28th. 29 minutes on the 29th. 30 minutes on the 30th. And 31 minutes on the 31st. 171 minutes all together in a week. 171 minutes, less than 3 hours that you're committing, and you will make some sales. You will get some bookings. You will find people who are interested in the business opportunity. You will get referrals if you ask for them, but most importantly, you will make a lot of people feel good. Why? Because you took the time to think about them, to reach out to them, to tell them you're happy to know them, and to tell them your commitment is to be a provider of excellent customer service. I bet some of you had some examples of excellent customer service as you were doing your shopping for this holiday. I know I did. I was in Trader Joe's. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, I'm sorry. We finally got one here in Rhode Island a few years ago, and I love the store. Not necessarily because of what they sell, but because of how they sell it. It is amazing to walk in there and to get the service of people who literally come up to you and say, are you finding everything you need? Can I help you find anything in particular? Is there anything I can do to make this experience better for you? That was exactly what one of their service people said to me. Is there anything I can do to make this experience better for you? It's like, wow, that's customer service with a smile. That's what I consider Nordstrom customer service. And they are the platinum standard in customer service, in my opinion. So it is up to you to decide to provide that kind of customer service. And if you keep yourself visible, they will come to you when they need any kind of service. You will be their rep, their consultant, their advisor, whatever you call yourself in your company, for life. Now, I am sure that you're asking yourself the question, how do I go from a thank you, I'm so glad you're in my life, to asking if you can serve them? It's simple. Tell them you're just checking in to say thank you and see if you and your company can be of any service in the new year. If you can help them in any way. And here's the thing that's so beautiful about this. You have no idea what they're going to need. Some of them may need to have service which involves a little work on your part. They may have a product or an item that needs to be replaced, that needs to be taken care of. That's okay, because they're connecting with you to be able to help them out and leave a good idea in their mind, taste in their mouth. Some of them may not have had what a friend of mine, her name is also Lynn, calls me and we time in a while. Some girls' time, or for those of you who've got Russ and a couple of other guys on the call, couples time or gentleman time. Not sure what they need, but since about 85% of the direct sales profession is female, for a lot of the females out there, they have worked so hard, they have done so much, they have been so devoted to making a great holiday for others that they haven't taken any time for themselves. So you get to offer them a little bit of girl time, a little bit of personal time with their friends, a little bit of Santa do-over. You know how many people are out at the stores today returning for credit a gift they got where they were like, oh, thank you very much. Thinking in their mind, I wonder how quickly I can return this. Your company offers them the opportunity to spend that money on something they really want, that they want for themselves. It also gives them the opportunity to get over the blues that they're experiencing because the holidays are over. And for all of those people who are home because they're taking this time off of work, it gives them an opportunity to party. So right now, this week, if any of you would like the opportunity to get a little group together, I encourage you strongly to plan a little get together yourself in your own home or at a local restaurant, and invite people to come and treat themselves to a little bit of fun time. I know some of your companies are offering very special rewards if you enter some sales between now and the 31st of this month. Hey, you don't have to wait for somebody else to book with you. You can do that yourself. You're also looking, for many of you, to book the first couple of weeks of January. We had an saying in my organization. I had a very large team myself when I was in the field doing exactly what you do. And our saying was always, as January goes, so goes the year. So our team motto was to start booking parties from the 2nd of January on. January 1st is my birthday. Some of you know that. So I never partied. I made a commitment one year when I was waitressing and I had to work on my birthday that I would never work on my birthday again. So I never conducted a party on my birthday. But for some of you who are going to some kind of a New Year's celebration, you might be able to combine that into some kind of party time. Otherwise, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, that very first week, it's a great time to be able to get people on your calendar if you need more bookings for that week. And what you're saying to people right now is, are you kind of flexible? Are you a person who does things on the spur of the moment? Because if they say yes, you can say, hey, I've got a great idea. Let's get a little group together and have some fun. It's not a big hoo-ha, takes weeks of planning kind of party. This is a little gathering for some people to have fun together to celebrate the start of 2020. And a couple of great ways to do that. Many of your companies I know have terrific specials for January. It's a great thing to lead with, but you don't have to have anything special to get somebody to say yes. You have to have your invitation that says to somebody, I would love to get together with a small group of your friends. The time for host coaching comes afterwards. This is the time to tell somebody you'd be grateful to be a part of their life and party and celebrate with their friends. And then you can also acknowledge with them that this is the time of year that a lot of people are making New Year's resolutions. You know that's true. It's why gym memberships go up in crazy numbers at the beginning of the year, because people are committing, they're resolving to get healthy. And so they go in and they spend their money on a gym membership. And a lot of the time, the YMCA that I belong to tells me gym membership spikes exponentially in January, and then they see only about 20% of those people as the year gets rolling. And that's pretty typical. Well, it's also the time of year that a lot of people are resolving to get financially healthier, to get financially more stable, to pay off some bills that they have been neglecting, to be able to make a dent in credit card debt, to be able to put away money, whether it's for school loans or whatever it is, to be able to put away money. I know for Dan and me, it's putting away money for our 3 grandkids' college education. So whatever the goal is, maybe to take a vacation. And a lot of your companies offer amazing free vacations in addition to the income that the people you sponsor are earning. It's remarkable. So this is a great time to be able to ask the question, are you happy with where your life is right now? Or are you resolving to do something different? Make your life better in the new year. You see, the transition, once you get a little conversation going, is very seamless. You're resolving to offer great service, and you're asking if there is anything that they can use from you, anything that they need from you. So, what are you doing right now? What is your thought process this moment? Remember, I said, make a big list. Figure out when you're going to do this calling, this phoning, in which you're going to get sales. Here, make enough time for this, because I'm going to make you a guarantee. If you contact enough people during this 171 minutes in the week ahead, you will get sales, book appointments, and find people who want to join your business. But you've got to carve out that time. Write out your thought starters. And I really encourage you to find a pacing partner. It could be somebody in your own company. It could be somebody that you know in your family that wants to encourage you to be able to do well in your business. It can be a friend. Doesn't even have to be a family member. Somebody that you know is always rooting for you. I encourage you to find somebody to share what your goal is for this week. And when you share it, tell them you want their commitment to hold you accountable. And I want to make my personal commitment to you. If you will share your goal with me, I'll be one of your cheerleaders, rooting you on to be able to achieve what you want in the start of this new year. But again, remember, it's actually 171 minutes, less than 3 hours in this whole week from now until New Year's Day. So, all right, I'm going to pay attention to the chat right now, and I'm going to invite your questions. Here we go. I'm getting some people chatting me up. All right. Cherie is saying she wants to be a leader in her company. I want you to be a leader, and I think you're ready for that. I will watch your progress with joy because your company right now is offering you the perfect opportunity to advance. They're giving you the chance to be a person who offers the gifts to others. And by offering the gifts to others, you take a promotion yourself. So, okay, let's see, going back. I will, Leah. I'll go back to the slide about time. Yes, give me just a second, honey. Sharon in Arizona, no team leaders there. She is going to be that person for her company. Congratulations, Sharon. Thank you for making that commitment out loud here to everybody. Marcia's goal is to promote additional new leaders. And Marcia, it's real important for you to remember the people who got you there won't keep you there. To all of you, people who join you, who promote to leader, they do it for their own reasons. They don't do it for you. So you have to be aware of the fact that it's not a personal thing. If they decide to join you for a little while, and then they have other goals, other commitments come up, and they leave you, some of them come back again because they realize they had a perfect opportunity in your company. Some leaders promote, but even leaders leave because on their priority list, perhaps your company doesn't stay at the top. They may leave, they may come back again. But it's always important to be working with new because the excitement, the energy that comes from new people cannot be beaten. Okay, so let me go back here. Marcia is saying so true to that. All right. Got a lot of chats here. I have a hard time keeping up. Okay, Janae, what to do if you get voicemail? Thank you. Janae, I'm so glad you asked that question because I skipped that part of my outline. All right, I recommend that when you get voicemail, you leave the gratitude message. I'll do it as if it was me making the phone call. And I would say, hi, Janae, this is Lynn Conway from A Fresh Perspective. I'm just calling at this time of year to tell you that I am truly grateful that you're in my life and to see if I can offer you any service from my company. If you'd like to call me back, my number is 401-524-8048. But you don't have to call me back if you're busy right now. I'll try you again at another time. Thank you so much for being part of my life, Janae. Click. And then I would go into the text and I would text that I just left you a voicemail message, Janae. If there's a chance that I'm not in your contacts, if I'm just going to come up as a random a random phone number in your text, I'm going to say, hi, this is Lynn Conway. I just left you a voicemail message. Please listen. If I know for sure that you're in my contact, I'm in your contacts, then I don't have to leave my name. But say your phone number slowly. I always recommend saying it twice. And the other thing I recommend, actually more than recommend, don't expect a callback. That's actually the 11th commandment. When Moses got the tablet off the mountain with the 10 commandments, there was another one down below and he didn't chisel it off. The 11th commandment is do not expect a callback. The ball is always in your court, and it doesn't mean anything negative if they don't call you back. They're busy with other things. You are doing your part by letting them hear your voice and by saying thank you. Okay, If you get voicemail, what you're sharing is the gratitude message and that you are there to be of service if you and your company can do anything for them. That's it. Okay, let's see. My call is specific to year-end thank you calls. That's right. You're very specific that this is a year-end thank you call and that you are committed to providing good service. All right. My goal is to earn my first incentive trip, which will also help you grow your team. Absolutely. For most of you, you can't earn your incentive trip without also taking a promotion. There are many people, a couple of people on this call, for instance, who say that every time they earned a new incentive trip, they promoted to a new level. Why? Because you're doing everything right. You're providing service. You're staying in contact. You're letting the warmth of your personality touch them. And please remember, there are an awful lot of people who are sad this time of year. There are a lot of people who might not have had the amazing holiday season that you had. They're sad because perhaps their family's far away. Maybe they're older and they're alone. Maybe they have lost a job. Their income is not keeping up with the bills they accrued. There are a lot of people who are sad. Just touching base with a smile in your voice is what they need to just feel a little bit better. Okay, Natasha's goal between now and the 31st is to sponsor one and book 4 parties for January. Yes, Natasha. And then when I see you next, you're going to report to me that you fulfilled that goal. Leanne is saying, if they answer and you lead with gratitude and they say they don't need anything at this time, how do you proceed? By telling them you're so happy you were able to connect. Please keep your number and let you know when they need anything. And I would encourage you to ask them if they want to be part of your VIP group. I know many of you have a Facebook VIP group where you keep in contact with people with what's new and what's going on in your company. Ask them if they'd like to be part of your VIP group. Now, by the way, if you're connecting on Facebook Messenger, they are going to know who you are. There is a place for the electronic communication, but I just want you to remember it doesn't replace your voice. It never replaces your voice. Okay, we have 5 new messages coming in. Let's see where I left off. Okay, Janae is saying fantastic. From Maryland, people get too many emails and don't give them anymore. So ideas to contact them there. Yes, keep it short. They have to be able to read it on their phone. They have to be able to look at the message, like I got several texts and emails while I've been on this call. I have to be able to click on it on the home screen of my phone and read it without going in to open it. Really, really short in your email, and it's basically the same message. Just touching base to let you know I'm grateful you're in my life. If I or my company can provide any service for you, please just hit reply and tell me how I can help. Sherry thinks the 11th commandment is hilarious. Yes, and so true. Tasha, how do I feel about texting? I feel great about texting, as long as it's not all you do. You can't not get emotion into a text communication, no matter how many emojis you use, my friend. You have to be willing to use your voice. Have to. Now, texting is great to be able to reach out and say, I just left you a voicemail message. I believe in texting as a way to say, do you have a couple of minutes to talk? I'm an iPhone user, so I use text replacement all the time. It's in your settings under keyboard, and I have several. So some of you have laughed at me when I text you with, do you have a couple of minutes to talk? This is Lynn Conway. That's a text replacement. I type TK in a text and it comes up. Hi, this is Lynn Conway. Do you have a couple of minutes to talk? So it saves me a ton of time. And some of you have texted me back and said, yeah. And that was, whoa. Okay, I don't know. Somebody came in, so I muted you all again. But I think it's so important for you to understand. I don't care if you're afraid of the phone. Get over it. This little thing here was intended for your voice. It's got so many other options now. It can act as a full computer. But it is your voice people want to hear. Okay, Leah says, I want to get my team to leader and earn 40% and celebrate in Aruba. Your incentive trip. You're welcome, Leah. From Julia, I missed the beginning. Yes, it will be recorded. And here, I want to show you something. I would like all of you, please, 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 to go into my website, afreshperspective.com. Click in this green box, it says sign up to get fresh ideas. You click on sign up now. It's free, completely free. Every morning, 5 days a week, I send out a little life-affirming tip, a little message of hope and gladness, just a tiny little message to start your day off well. It goes out about 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. It's also how I keep in contact with you. So for all of you who get my fresh ideas, you've gotten notifications that the Golden Week call was going to happen. You've also gotten notifications that it was happening today, along with the link, etc. And it will be where I send out the recording for this call. I also send it out on my business page in Facebook. So if you would prefer not to get emails, you prefer to use Facebook, go into Facebook, type A Fresh Perspective, Inc., and it will come up so that you can like my business page and you can connect to it there. I'll also put this link there. And yes, I'll get it on my website, but I won't get it there as fast as I will get it out through Fresh Ideas and get it out on my business page on Facebook. Why? Because my webmaster is on vacation this week and I count on her to get it on there for me. So I will get it to my website, but it won't be today. Okay, and Leah, here's the thing about time. I'll leave that up on the screen. Well, I invite you, if you would like to use your voice and ask me a question, unmute yourself. Just click the little microphone and come in and ask me your question. I'd love that. Okay, let's see. Getting a couple more messages here. Okay, Lori Blum, a regular on this call. My favorite thing, Lynn, over the years that I always use from you is look at yourself in the mirror with a big smile while you're leaving the message or talking, because people will hear it in your face. Hear the smile on your face, in your voice. I truly believe voice is so very important. I do the phone and then follow up with a text. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for reminding me. After 15 years, I still skip stuff, huh? It's okay. From Helen, could you give us more examples of conversation starters? Certainly. So can you unmute yourself, Helen, so I can do it with you? Oh, and Susan's raising her hand.
Sure. Hi, it's actually Lynn.
Oh, hi, Lynn. Lynn spelled just like me.
Yes.
She is L-Y-N also. Okay, so when I call you, Lynn, and really because I know you, I would be calling and saying, Lynn, I have been thinking and thinking about you, and I would love to hear how your holidays were. I wanted to tell you I'm so grateful that you're part of my life. Did you have a good holiday?
Okay. Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
did. It was great.
You did. Now, you're not going to hear it was great from everybody. Believe me. From
Right.
some people, you'll hear that little hesitation, that, that it wasn't so great. And
Right.
you can, and you can feel free to say, I'm sorry. I know it's a time of year when a lot of people don't have the same joy that you would hope for from the holidays. Hey, listen, I would love to connect with you and your friends. Should we have a little girl time? Do you think it would be fun to do that?
Yes, I would love that.
Great. I can't give you scripts, ladies and gentlemen, because this all depends on what you hear in their voice when you call to wish them well. It depends on what do you hear that you can piggyback the conversation on.
Mhm.
And it
Okay.
depends completely on using these. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Get them
Okay.
talking. Encourage them to talk about what's going on in their life. And ask the question. A lot of people are making New Year's resolutions this time of year. Are you one of them?
That's a good one.
That's another great conversation starter. Susan, come on in.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you for this call. I love it.
You're welcome.
Good morning from sunny California. Hope you can hear me.
So what part of California are you in?
I'm visiting family in Placerville, which is halfway between Sacramento and Lake Tahoe.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, even though I'm on a little vacation with family, I'm committed to growing my business. I'm in the wine business.
Great.
And I'm looking at creating a contact list, and I'm trying to think now how many people in this, you said about 30 hours? No,
30
3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours.
In the 3 hours can I contact?
It's up on the screen. 26 minutes today, 27 tomorrow, all the way up to 31 minutes on
all
the
way
31st.
3 hours. Okay, I got that written down. Sorry about that.
Good.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I'm thinking how many people can I contact in 3 hours? So I'm going to create a contact list of, I'm thinking around 100 people.
I think that's entirely possible.
That's doable. Yeah.
Yes, because you're going to get voicemail on a lot of them. Do leave a message and then text them that you left a voicemail. Check their messages. And you're going to get a lot of people who just say, oh, thanks for checking in. And away they go. They don't want anything else from you, and that's fine.
Okay, yeah. So I just had, out of my brain, like how many people would you recommend contacting in that amount of time?
I think that's a great number. And Julia is asking, what if the first call takes 25 minutes? It shouldn't. Julia, none of these calls should take 25 minutes. Because here's the thing, you are touching base, and if you have sent the text to say, do you have a couple of minutes to talk? You mean a couple of minutes. Very few people, unless it's your mother, your sister, a family member, have 25 minutes to talk to you. This is a quick call. And you're saying your commitment, your resolution is to be of service. You can ask, did they have a wonderful holiday? Now, there are people who are lonely who want to talk and want to talk and want to talk. I understand that. But the idea is basically to say that I'm so happy to hear your voice. And I'm wondering, do you need any service from my company? Go deliver chicken soup, Jacqueline. Okay, Susan, does that answer the question?
Yes, it sure does. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you are so welcome. And please let me know. My email address, it's on my website, but it is afp.lyn@gmail.com. You can also email lynn@afreshperspective.com. That'll get to me too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay. Leah, is this the one you want? Help me, girl. Help me. Any other questions?
I have one, Lynn.
Go for it, Catherine.
They didn't say that. They didn't say you have to have it.
No, it's me. It's Natasha. I
Oh,
don't know.
Natasha, go for it, darling.
All right. So if you text them first and say, do you have a couple of minutes? And they say, no, not right now. Do you just try to schedule time with them later in the day? Ask them when they will have time? Like, what's the response for that?
Natasha, treat it like
Yes.
it was a friend. Just treat the call like it's a friend. Do exactly what you would do if you could anybody else who's talking at the same time?
Tiffany, can I have my glasses, please? My sunglasses.
Okay.
They're not there.
All right, let's see. I bet I can fix this. I bet I can.
Please, please.
There we go. I'm trying to fix it. The problem is, all right, let's mute our participants here. Okay.
Oh, look, here I am.
There we go. Okay. I think we got it ripped. All right. Just treat it like you were texting me, Natasha. And if I say not now, you say when would be better.
Right.
Guys, this isn't rocket science. You are a wonderful human being, and you have a business that offers service. That's all you're doing here. That's all. Just offering service, touching base, letting them keep you top of mind. That's it. Okay?
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, who's that? That's
Hi.
Janae. Go for it.
Janae.
Go for it.
Hi. Thank you again for answering my question. I do have one more question.
Go for it.
Okay. So earlier you were saying that we should not expect a phone call, a return call, and we can tell them that we are actually not expecting a return call. But the thing is, don't we really want to hear from them? So should we say that we don't expect a call, or should we just mentally not expect it?
Either way. Honestly, Janae, it doesn't make any difference either way. I mean, if I say to you, hey, you don't have to call me back, but if you'd like to, my phone number is, that leaves the door open if you want to call me back. But it doesn't make you feel guilty when I text or call you the next time that you ignored me the time before. This is all about making people feel good. That's the whole purpose of what you're doing in this 171 minutes this week. Is to make people feel good, stay in their world, let them know that you want to be their consultant for life, and let them know you appreciate them. That's all we're doing here.
Okay. Thank
you. Okay? You're welcome, Janae. Anybody else? Oh, Julia is asking any suggestions for simple contact management. I love you using your order forms to make notes on. And then either an electronic, that can be a spreadsheet if you're good at Excel. It can be, there's dozens of contact management systems. I happen to use Evernote as my contact management system. And it's free. So, I mean, you know, I don't believe in spending a lot of money on this stuff. But if you're somebody who likes paper and pencil, an index card system with dividers by the months is terrific for you to be able to put people in the dividers and move a current week forward. A notebook, Laura Durso was on this call, and she calls her notebook her Hope Book, because it's all of the names of the people that she has done business with notes about the contacts she has made with them. So she can drop in at any time and look to see who needs a contact from her. So Julia, this is totally dependent on, do you want electronic or do you want paper and pencil? And if you want paper and pencil, do you want super portable? And that can be a notebook or a card system. Or it can be something that you have on your phone or in your computer. But you have to be able to access it easily, because I don't necessarily expect you to spend this whole 171 minutes this week sitting at your desk. If you've got 20 minutes sitting in a car waiting for something to happen, if you've got your contact system with you, you can use that 20 minutes. And it can be part of your 28 minutes on the 28th. Okay? Alphabetical list, notebook, or cards? Well, I don't suggest alphabetical, because it's way too hard from my mind, it's too hard to find people alphabetically because you might not remember their name. But if you do it according to when you met people, most people can remember, oh, it was fall. And let's see, I met her at Julia's party. Most people's brain work that way, but you have to decide exactly how your brain works, Julia. Okay, you're welcome, Cindy. Let's see, Stephanie, you're welcome, you're welcome. Renee, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. From my favorite person, Maya Angelou. Thank you, Renee. Sandy, I have a few team members that couldn't get on. Is this being recorded and available later? It is recorded. Sandy, get them to go and sign up for Fresh Ideas right on my website, or connect on my public page, A Fresh Perspective, on Facebook, because I'll post it both of those places within the hour. Okay. Christina, go ahead. Did you have something you wanted to say?
I wanted to find out if there is a verbiage that you have that when we call people what to say, or it's just whatever we feel like saying.
I know you came into the call kind of late because I had filled up and then I accepted you later.
I couldn't get on.
I understand. I had filled up the call and then I accepted you when somebody dropped off.
Okay.
Listen to the recording, Christina. I gave you a ton of verbiage, but
Okay.
the main thing that you're doing is using your beautiful, warm voice with a smile to say, I appreciate you. I wanted to touch base to thank you for being a part of my life. That's your main reason for your phone call. And Sharon is saying she uses her customer survey sheets. Yes, absolutely. And then file them so that you know who you can get in touch with later. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're at the
Excellent.
top of the hour, everybody. I am going to make you go away because I don't want this call to be any more than an hour, and we started right on time. Next
Thank you for
week-
accepting me.
Thank you,
You are
Lynn.
welcome. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. Get your friends signed up for Fresh Ideas so you don't have to be the person responsible for sending them the link. Get them in there. All right,
Okay.
everybody. Thank you,
Thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you,
Thanks, Lynn.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Lynn. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.